Hello, everyone. This is Joey Morley and Paul Gurman. We're here to kick off our inaugural Technical Ginger podcast. We're here to discuss some HP Poly products. And as an introduction, we are colleagues and representing the Pacific Northwest work for HP Poly for all things except for federal. And the goal of today's session is to initiate some conversation about the latest and greatest products that we have available in our portfolio. Paul.
Yeah, and you're wondering why we call it the Ginger Podcast. It's obvious we have red beards. And I'm wearing my cool propeller hat today. So any technical questions you have later on, I'm ready to answer those. And thanks for having us. And thank you for hosting this, Joey.
Absolutely. So thanks for those that are listening. So Paul has been doing some great work over the last couple of years putting together a monthly newsletter. We're going to share a screenshot of that here in just a minute. The newsletter gives a great recap of the last month's software releases, product announcements, etc. Just this week, actually, today is Friday, March 29th. Just this week, Enterprise Connect happened. And Paul, you were there in person.
Yeah, I was.
Got to see everything live. We made some great announcements, and I believe we counted 4 or 5.
Four announcements today. I think we'll go ahead and review the new MPTZ E60 optical camera. Number 2 is the V52. We'll go ahead and talk about the implications of that and how that's going to be really beneficial for our customers and partners. And the sort of the coolest product I think that we launched, or we at least announced, not launched yet, that's coming towards the end of the year, is the Poly E360 camera. I think those are 3 of the big highlights. And of course, there's one more, and that's what we call ditch the dongle, especially if you have like headsets or peripherals and that little dongle that we always seem to lose or it gets snagged in our backpack. We can now ditch this dongle if we are going to leverage a Zoom and our Lens client.
That's awesome, Paul. So thanks for that recap. So what we'll do in today's post, when we post this video, we're going to share some public information just so that it's easy for those that are tuning in to be able to find some references. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Can you see that, Paul? Looks like it should be coming through. Yeah. So this is, thank you. This is our press release from HP regarding what we announced at Enterprise Connect. You heard Paul mention some product names. So we won't go super propeller nerd on this conversation today, but just so everyone is aware, this is our new mechanical pan-tilt zoom camera. That's what MPTZ means for those that don't know. This is a high-resolution camera, 4K. Also has the ability to be mounted upside down. So for those that are familiar with our existing E70 product, that's also invertible. This is invertible. We announced that product. We'll put links to all this in our post. Our V52, excuse me, is essentially our X52 with all of the video and audio enhancements you would expect in an all-in-one video bar without the Android operating system.
Yep.
Why is that important? Well, for budget-friendly rooms or for a budget-friendly solution where you can put this into a room that's either already has an existing compute, or if you want to make it a bring your own
BYOD. Yeah,
absolutely.
Well, I think when we see this, the V52 is great for those MTR rooms, those Microsoft Teams rooms on Windows. It's great for Zoom rooms. And eventually, as we get further along, it's going to be great for those Google Meet rooms as well. So an all-in-one with all the Director AI functionality, the people framing, the speaker tracking, and the group framing, all built into a single bar, just like the X52 does, but as a USB peripheral. So I'm pretty excited about this. I think our customers will be too.
Absolutely. The other product that Paul mentioned was the Studio E360. That's our center of table companion camera. This camera is going to be in the middle of the table so that for that meeting equity experience, just kind of rolling through the web page here for a moment. The center of table camera is for when Paul and I were in a room together and across the table, as we maybe are in a video call, and if we start to talk to each other across the table, this camera is going to pick up that best angle so that the far end doesn't see the side of our faces.
Yeah, one of the things, Joey, that I think I've always also a lot of our customers and partners experience, or all of us have experienced, when we're in a video call on the far end and people are talking to each other in the room, we feel lost because we don't see them eye to eye. So one of the best use cases for this is I'm always going to see the best face forward. I'm always going to see the person, even if they're across the table talking to each other. I feel like they're talking to me. So I feel more enabled to be part of that conversation, ask questions. So I don't feel lost in it. So that's one of the use cases for this, as well as the extending the video capabilities and the reach inside that room, as it also has microphones, 4 microphones around the 360 device. So super excited about this when it comes out later this year.
Absolutely. The other product announcements would be the R30 Plus. For those that have been around our video portfolio for a while, you may be familiar with our Studio USB family. The R30 is an evolution of that Studio USB bar. So this is a small room device, and what we've announced is an enhancement to this for the bring your own device situation, getting this to a single USB-C connection for bring your own device. And with modern laptops, whether they're Windows or Mac, a lot of laptops don't have the ability to have two connections like an HDMI and USB-C that was required before for bring your own device. So that's a big product enhancement that we have announced. Would you add anything to that, Paul?
Yeah, no, I think you're spot on, Joey. I really don't have much to add to that except just the
Okay.
consolidation of using a single cable. So much easier than having to figure out where this HDMI cable, where this other USB-A cable are going to. So I really love this solution, especially from a BYOD's perspective. It doesn't matter if it's, like you said, it's Mac or PC.
Awesome. So I think what we can do to wrap up here is just to give a quick view of the awesome newsletter, Paul, you've been putting together for a long time now. This is a great single page reference document
Resource,
that absolutely that gives people the ability to easily find information. There's a lot of information, and especially since Poly was acquired by HP, the place where you would find information has changed, and so that's another reason why we're doing this, is to help facilitate conversation and help customers and partners find information faster. Paul, what would you add to the newsletter topic?
Yeah, no, I think that's spot on. I designed it as a single page. I didn't want to send it like as an email with pages and pages of information, super concise, just a little bit for everybody. It's not an end all be all, as every month we'll have something, highlight something a little different in it. But other than that, I think it's going to be a great reference for everyone out there. And,
That's awesome. So I
and
want to
Joey,
stop
thank you
sharing.
for really having us and
Oh, of
hosting
course.
this. Fun.
Happy to. And yeah, thank you for those that are listening in. We're going to post links to all this information. We'll post ways to get a hold of us. The goal, again, is to facilitate conversations. So thank you for joining us, and we look forward to doing this again.
See ya.
Bye for now.